we are back. Second hour. The second hour. We're not finished with you, Mr. Useless. Not at all. I'm Jonathan Sadiq. Tay, wild there. Mr. Moreno Valley, Daryl Terrell. And to the far right is Sean Prt2 this time. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's going on in Moreno Valley. One thing I want to talk about before we even start is there is a new restaurant, and Tay is going to tell us a little bit about her experience at this restaurant. Tay, another restaurant has come to Moreno Valley, and it's not a Mexican restaurant.
It's exciting.
Okay.
Not just, I love food, period. But, okay, so this place is off of Paris and Hemlock. It's called Cajun Wild.
Oh, named after you.
Yeah, I love it. See if I can get, some money out of that. It's Louisiana. It's that southern Louisiana food. So
I'm from Louisiana. I was born in Louisiana. So.
Fried fish, fried shrimp. They got gator. I had the frog legs yesterday.
Yes, I saw the pictures. Yes.
Yes, they're on my Insta. I had some yams. I had some collards.
How'd it taste? Was the collards out of the can?
No.
Okay, these were
She
cleaned and picked.
They're back there.
Okay, cleaning them and cutting them and stripping them.
Fantastic.
And by the way, when we talk about greens, yes, black people do love greens, and it's not the greens on the golf course over there. Okay, so this is greens.
Collards.
All right, collards.
But it was so, and they have a really, really big menu. I was shocked by the size of the menu because they have shrimp and grits, fish and grits, seafood jambalaya.
What are grits? I mean, for some of our listeners, they don't know what grits are. I'm serious. Until this day, in the military, in the circle that we travel in,
you see my face.
Some people do not know what grits are. It's hominy grits, basically. So
it's deliciousness in a bowl.
If you're from the South, everybody knows what grits are.
It's a nice little restaurant. I mean, you can sit there, you can dine in, you can take it to go. Either way, it's a fledgling business. They've just been open a few weeks.
Okay.
All the reviews have been fantastic. I can definitely co-sign. Their food is seasoned.
What is the price on average?
It ranges depending on what it is. They have a 3-piece for like $6, depending on what it is. Fish, shrimp, up to, I think my frog legs were like $12.
How many frog legs do you get?
2 sets of frog legs.
2 sets, that's 4.
Yes.
Okay.
And that frog legs came with 2 sides. So there's something for everybody.
They got some cornbread. With the cornbread on cake? Was it,
They got it. I didn't get
You didn't get the cornbread?
I was so excited because I actually ordered gator, and she was like, we're fresh out.
Fresh out of gator.
You got to be kidding me. Okay. So I ended up getting the frog legs. My son got the snapper.
Now, let me ask you about the gator. Where are they getting the gator from?
I didn't even ask.
Okay, because do we have gators in California?
And it's quality products, because I can tell if it's like...
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
Okay, so what's the name of this restaurant again?
Cajun Wild.
Cajun Wild.
Paris and Hemlock.
Paris and Hemlock.
Just north of the 60.
Okay, I'm going to have to go check that out.
In the parking lot of the CVS or the Food for Less?
Yes, it's over there on the right. The Bank of America and all that stuff
right
there.
there. Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Okay, another restaurant. I mean, I'm kind of glad we were getting a lot of diversity in the restaurant because, like I said, I'm not against Mexican food. We are a Hispanic community predominantly, but when you oversaturate your community with restaurants that are Spanish, warehouses, 99-cent stores, check cashing places, you're going to have a problem. So for those of you that are working at the warehouse and want to, instead of taking your dollars outside of the city, you can now go and try this new restaurant and give them your business.
It's really good.
Wow.
I was impressed.
Okay.
I was impressed.
Okay, maybe we could go over there and do a follow-up, video and kind of show everybody that.
Yeah, I mean it's a little place, but I mean if nothing is just sitting there under warmers. You order it, they cook it, and they bring it to you.
Okay, wow. Okay, and what was the serving time, just in general? I know they're new, so let's give them a break on that.
Yeah, it took them a little bit because there were so many people in there. I mean, it was just
really.
When I got there was a handful of people in there. 15, 20 minutes later, it was just people running in and out, just people ordering. It was insane. It was so neat.
Okay, speaking of which, right where we're at, right behind us over here, they're opening up a new Vietnamese restaurant. And it's not open yet, but they're going to be open very, very soon. I'll get the name of it. As a matter of fact, I put a picture up on our page a while back. And we should go check that out and give a review on that as well and see how that's going. So, and please, I know some people out there are cracking jokes right now, but let me tell you, okay, I just got back from China a couple of weeks ago, and yes, dog and cat in the Asian community is a delicacy.
It's a delicacy. It's
So
not bad.
it's I know, you're thinking, oh, they're eating dog and cat. It's a delicacy, and if it's on the menu, I'm eating it.
Horse was good. I had that.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah. See, there you go. So it's really no big deal. Mr. Terrell.
He's cringing right now.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Terrell, any updates on our mental health situation and any meetings that you've gone to? Give us a lowdown.
Well, we have a meeting next Wednesday at 12. So no updates on further. Like is next month is May Mental Health Month. So like I said before, they'll be having a festival where people can go. I had the flyers. I had to share that again.
Sure.
But when that we meet next week.
Okay, meet next week. Okay, now let me ask you this. Now you've already given your critique on Mr. Useless. You've given your critique on Commissioner Baker. You've given your take on Shaylinda. What is your take on Mr. Diaz?
I like Hector. I like him. He's a businessman. I don't want to say that too many times.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But
wait. Are you hinting on something?
Yeah. That sometimes I know he's a businessman, but
we already know that
he's a straightforward person.
Right.
And he answered the question about his past.
And could you please elaborate on what was the problem with his past?
Well, he had an incident at his restaurant where a patron got unruly and threatened to hit him. They hit him, not threatened, they hit him.
Right, altercation.
And he basically defended himself.
Okay.
And to me, I would probably do the same thing if someone hit me physically. Right. I have no choice but to fight back.
Right.
I know what that's like. Being in school and someone picking on me, beating me. I didn't fight back, but when I learned to fight back, they didn't mess with me anymore.
Well, yeah, Daryl, you're kind of a big guy.
Well, think about it. Yeah. Back in those days, I wasn't a big guy. I was a skin flint guy.
Okay, you're skinny, like me.
Like me. I was skinny like you.
But see, the difference between me, I'm skinny, but I'm a kung fu master. I'm into karate things.
But
like I said, I would love to meet Evan Morgan.
Let's not do that.
Let's
not.
I mean, I'm serious. I have so much rage that I would love to use.
But to go back to your question, is the fact that Hector, like I said, that's what leadership is all about. You learn and you move forward.
Right.
That's what makes a good leader.
Right.
And he's knowledgeable about the issues. He has some catching up to do, but I think if he was elected to the city council, I think he would be a good councilman.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But the one problem I had with them, and like I said, I know Hector. He's a very nice man. The one thing I had, and I believe as a politician, you should never say, is everything's negotiable. You should never say that. Because there are some things that are not negotiable. Okay? That's just my take on it. I don't know. Right.
Well, yeah. I would say that you got to stay on your principles.
Right.
You cannot be a weather vane.
Right, exactly.
Every time the wind blows one way, you go that way, and you stick your finger up, then no one says, where do you stand? Or you're going to sit right on the fence.
Right. Or you're not going to fight.
Everything's negotiable. That's usually something people in this town say right before they sell out to the World Logistics Center.
Exactly.
Or some other
exactly.
Like that.
You got to stand for something, and if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Because when you say everything's negotiable, then, I'm running on public safety. I want more police officers, and then you get into the budget meeting. Well, we're going to have to cut it by 3 more, by 3 more officers. But in 2 years, we'll put those officers back. Oh, okay. You can't really say that, so I didn't really appreciate.
Well, that there again. But when it comes to public safety, I mean, we've been cutting public safety with 19%.
Everybody, Victoria Baca and Gutierrez vote. No, it was Victoria Baca voted to cut. I think Gutierrez was on the thing when that happened.
Yeah.
To cut public safety, and they're backing Useless Cabrera. So, if Useless Cabrera says that he's for public safety, how can he be for public safety when he's hanging out with the very people who cut our public safety budget?
It can't be for public safety.
Right.
Look at all these cars that are being reported stolen. People getting hit in the street,
They're not even trying to put together a task force for the mail theft or anything.
No.
But see, that's the thing about what you say, Sean, about leadership. Again, when, like you were saying, a task force for the mail theft, and the thing is, we need more public safety. But not only that, neighborhood watch program. People got to start That's one thing I like about that app about because in fact there's people reporting strange people in someone's driveway, and this is on the what's that app called?
Nextdoor.
I read that, and that's like I'm like surprised, but that's what needs to happen. You got to take back your own street.
But see, I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys in this aspect when it comes to the neighborhood watch. That is something that was started in our parents' day, and now it's pretty much a joke. So
unless you're George Zimmerman.
Right, unless you're George Zimmerman or something like that. However, do you remember a candidate named Millie Bailey? She wanted to start a new program called BOLO. And that's what we need, new ideas, because, if I was a criminal, which I'm not, Victoria Baca can't say that. Anyway, if I was a criminal and I see a sticker that says neighborhood watch, I'm still going in. That doesn't mean anything.
Well, see, man, that's where me and Sean would agree on this, that we have to do more advertising about concealed weapons.
Yes.
I'm a lover of concealed weapons.
Yeah. Wait. Sean just started smiling. Sean just woke up. So, Sean, go ahead.
Concealed weapons, that's something that doesn't grow old. It's like
It sure doesn't.
People, when you don't know who's got teeth and who doesn't, then it's like crime does drop. The FBI statistics and research has shown repeatedly that when they go into prisons and talk to criminals, their biggest fear is running into a victim with a gun. They fear the victims more than the cops, actually.
Well, the funny thing is, when I was stationed in Alaska and I was there for 4 years, everybody's concealed up there.
Yep.
A armed society, and that was a big saying up there, is a polite society.
Oh, yeah.
You're not quick to get in a fight, whatever it is.
Even in Georgia, I had, my concealed carry, and I never felt safer.
Right.
I never felt safer.
Okay.
Here, now, I have a taser.
Right.
What's a taser? That means somebody has to get close to me for me to use it.
Right.
I don't want people to get that close to me.
And unlike guns, tasers don't always work on people that are high on drugs.
Right.
True. I don't know if you guys know, I drove by Sean's house a couple times, and he has like these welcome signs, come on in. I'm gonna warn you. Okay? It might be a trap. It's a trap.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, things like that, concealed weapons.
Sean gets happy when you talk about
that. We have to do more. I mean, really, to inform the public that they have to follow through certain procedures. But I think we have to, because every time you hear that helicopter flying over and police chases,
You don't have to worry about that. All you got to do is call the coroner out if you're messing with me.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is on the serious though, that people have to, if they qualify, they need to get a gun. I'm just going to be straightforward.
I'm known to have a few pieces of guns in the house.
And they lived in Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, because, when my mother used to say, I said, when we had had our garage, had a different kind of garage, and she was packing, she said to me, I said, if you had a gun pointed at your head, you would do the same thing. She had a gun pointed, got robbed. And so she heard my daddy got guns. So I tell people this is because you have to protect yourself. Okay. Because when criminals come in here, they think twice. Because now they think if you don't have none, we can come and break in. But if you got a gun, they ain't gonna think twice before they come to your door.
Right. Absolutely. I want to ask you guys that were there. Did you guys notice that Chris Baca had on a Support Baker T-shirt? Yep. Which was very surprising to me, in that you would think that since his sister supports Useless, that he would do so also. But then again,
no.
The story is, I guess, him and his sister are still having a row against each other. And Jesse Molina, who's back from vacation, he's been involved in, he's back into the politics.
I saw him on Facebook.
Yes, he's on Facebook doing his thing.
He's out of witness protection.
No, he was taking a break. I mean, he's been through a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna give Jesse, being a veteran, the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I know he knows a lot of stuff, and I know he's listening to this show, but he doesn't listen to it, but he listens to it and quotes it. He went to Baker's fundraiser. He was there supporting that, and I'm very sure he's going to continue to be on Facebook and give us some hints and wisdom to what has been going on and where we need to go. So Jesse, it's good to see you back in politics. I did call you out because you did say that you're going to help us keep this guy accountable, and now that you're back, I hope we're going to be seeing you at a lot of the functions and at least help guide us to what we need to do. Now, here's the bottom line, everybody. If Useless Cabarrus gets that seat, it's game over in Moreno Valley. Would you guys not agree? Because once he gets that seat and Ito gets the majority, he doesn't need to buy all 5 council members. He just needs to buy 3 of them. He gets that majority. Guess who gets to go on that planning commission as Mr. I don't know why idiot Gutierrez wants Raphael on the city council. I mean, it's woefully apparent he is not qualified. Make him an alternate. I've said that. Sean has said it. Daryl has said it. I mean...
Well, again, being mayor and being any leader, you have to put the best qualified individuals on there. Now, Raphael has a good heart.
He has a good heart, but he's a Highland Fairview. Okay. He works for their super PAC, so he's biased.
But what I'm saying is, just like you said, and like other people, put him as an alternate.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. But again, like I said, you got to put the most qualified. Being the mayor of the city, you got to put the most qualified individuals on there. And Miss Nichols and
No. I'm qualified.
Well, sir,
I'm tired of taking all this crap from you guys. I go to all the meetings. I go to everything. I have a good heart.
Well, the thing is that individual.
You better say it. You better say it right. I'm from New York, Brooklyn.
Well, I'm from the South, but anyway. But the thing is, on the serious though, he should be an alternate.
If he wants to participate in city government.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with being an alternate.
And I think by being an alternate, because he is biased against, and he's a Ito employee, he needs to not be an active participant and then learn the job.
I agree.
And work his way.
I agree.
Or if you're going to put him on there, he has to recuse himself from Ito's project.
Well, again, that's what, the mayor should do. He should have a talk with Raphael. If this happens, God forbid that we do have a 3.
I don't want to talk to that punk. He doesn't like to talk to people.
That Raphael would say, you know what? You're right. I'd rather let me be an alternate, let me learn and see. Then
No, we can't do that because we got to move forward. We got to move the city forward. Forward.
Well, we will be moving the city forward if we have this gentleman as an alternate.
Well, the thing is, one thing that concerns me though is that back when because he was first nominated for the
position,
I mentioned that some of the candidates don't seem to have show very good literacy, and
you're not the only one that said that. Other people have said
and Bergera stood up there and said he was talking about me, and I might not be the smartest or most educated man, but I have passion, and that's not okay. So
you're damn right, I got passion.
So he's claiming that he is not the most literate person to be on. He's not the most literate candidate, and we've got people that are already better and more experienced. So it's like, why would Gutierrez pick him, or why would?
Because just like he picked Useless, we were chosen. We are the chosen ones.
Well, I mean, come on. He's not Bruce Leroy. This is not. I mean,
the Glow. This is not the Glow. You got it.
I mean, there are some qualified people that.
We were chosen. That one Air Force veteran lady who has all the education. She's a veteran, highly qualified, way better than I am. But he chose me because I have a vision to move this city forward. Do you understand, Tay? Are we on the same level here?
I have to worry about you sometimes. Yeah.
I'm chosen. I've got passion.
That's great. But in the big picture, if it's not his time right now, then it's just not his time. And that's fine. It's nothing against him personally. It's the fact that there's other qualified people that would probably be a better fit for the planning commission. I do see that.
If I'm not chosen, I'm going to talk to that lawyer and I'll put a lawsuit against this city because you're discriminating against me because I have no education formally And I should be given a chance like anybody else.
And he should. And just like you're racked and stacked with everybody else, and if you don't make the cut, you don't make the cut. You say thank you, you bow out gracefully, and you move forward. Public service doesn't stop because you don't get your, you're not on the planning commission, or you're not on the arts commission, or you don't pick the right library. You still act as a public servant and a volunteer staff.
No, I can't do that. See, we got to move the city forward, so we can't wait. We cannot wait because all you naysayers out there are not with our program.
The antis.
You antis. Yeah, that's what it is. You antis. Now, Daryl's a big guy, but I'll kick his ass because I'm from Brooklyn. So we got to move the city forward. We're tired of waiting because if we don't do this within a timely manner, it will never be built.
But Mr. Raphael, let me tell you this. If this WLC is ever going to be built, if it's ever going to be built, sir, why are there not being the infrastructure for it? So we need truck infrastructure right now, even before the WLC is built. Where's our truck stations?
You got to pregame first.
Yeah.
No. You don't understand. When the WLC gets built, then we'll get the gas stations and the trucks and stuff like that, and then we'll do it.
Can't do it afterwards.
That's an externality based in economics. That's where you do something, you build a business, and you find some way to pass costs on to some other business or agency.
Oh, now you're getting there. See, that infrastructure bond. Do you now see why I have to get on the planning commission? Edo doesn't have that kind of money. That's $800 million. We're going to put the money on you because by then, I'll have taken my white envelope and I will have left this city. And then for all you suckers that are still sitting around here, you will bear the cost of what an infrastructure bond would cost.
I just wish people would wake up and ask, or at least just ask themselves, maybe ask Ito and his supporters, where are all the private investors if this is such a great project?
Ah, there you go again. Another anti.
You making sense.
Yes, that's too much like right. See, you're starting to think. Logistics always goes where the cities are poor. Look at Stockton. Look at all these cities that are poor. They have a lot of logistics in it. Tracy, California, things like that. See, so I'm going to get my white envelope, and when I get it, it's going to be enough to put a down payment in Temecula, Menifee. I can get me get into a real city, and you suckers will just be left here. That's the whole plan. But see, if we announce that, then everybody will know, and then there will be no infrastructure bond, and then it'll never be built.
You make it sound like Moreno Valley's Pinocchio. It just wants to be a real city.
So, Mr. Raphael, what you're saying is you have to get on that planning commission so that you guys could get the majority so that you can put the cost of infrastructure on the taxpayers.
That's right. Now you're getting it. Are you with me?
Hey, you can build whatever you want in this city as far as I'm concerned because I'm not against the WLC, and everybody knows that. But what's in it for us? Like that developer at the golf course, what did he say he's going to do for us? He's going to bring us a youth center. So you know what I say? Build all you want.
Yep.
So what is Ida going to do for?
Not a damn thing.
Okay, let's talk finances then. How is Raphael going to explain when you have 8 times the debt that you have when your debt to income ratio is 8 times the debt that you have income? How is the city ever going to service that? And how is the city ever going to have the credit rating to raise enough money to service that?
When you've got the majority and the representatives of the people put the burden on the taxpayer, that's not our problem. So that's how we solve that.
You want people to pack up shop and leave that quick?
If you vote for useless Cabrera, game is over. So you might as well start packing up next week, sweetheart.
You levy that tax on the people. You're going to see these people pack up. I mean, it's going to be a ghost town.
Donovan, you've been in Edgemont for 40 years. Are you going anywhere?
Unfortunately, I'm stuck.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. All the suckers that are stopped that can't leave, which is 50% of this town.
You say you're stuck. stuck. No, I don't. I really don't think. I truly believe even the poorest of the poor will have to give up because you're going to tax them right out of this city.
Well,
California's already taxing people. Is going to continue to tax people to death.
Well, what you don't understand is the logistics industry preys on, how can I say it, illegals that come over, that are coming over here for work, and they're going to work no matter what. And that's what we're going to depend on. And you know why are we even talking about this? This project is never going to be built. It'll be 25 years from now. So what difference does it make?
I'll be dead and gone. No play.
You'll probably be about 40 in your 40s by then.
Oh, I wish.
You remember, I'm from, hey, I'm Puerto Rican, I got a little thing in there, But Mr. Terrell, I mean, that's the plan. Did I answer your question correctly?
Let me just play devil. Why do we need infrastructure out there? Why do we need infrastructure for this WOC?
Well, I'll answer that question. You need infrastructure because to do any kind of construction, you need the sewage. You got to put the sewage in. You've got to put the...
It's like building a house with no plumbing.
Is
Right.
Currently, is there any
There's
infrastructure? Nothing out
Nothing
there?
out there. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Dirt lot.
Right. So we have to be connected to the city lines and the water lines and stuff like that, which costs money. So you got to pay people to dig that up.
You might as well just put a cabin in the woods.
Right.
Without infrastructure, you're just a cabin.
Let me ask this question. So, in the development agreement, is there anything about paying fees for infrastructure?
Good question.
That's a very good question, but do you really actually think Ito's going to pay it?
Sean.
Even if he did agree with it?
What?
Is there?
Nothing that can't be renegotiated.
But it is something in there.
I doubt it.
Well, there was all kinds of agreements made about all kinds of promises about everything that the world, Highland Fairview is going to pay, but they've already gone back and to look into renegotiating that deal after it was passed.
When will you people learn? This man doesn't even want to pay his legal fees, and you guys still think he's going to pay for all this other stuff? You guys are really idiots. I hate to say it, but, I'm from New York. We just tell it the way it is. You guys are idiots. You judge a person by what they do, not what they say.
Yikes.
Am I right?
This WLC stuff.
A vote,
I just want to see something happen.
a vote for useless cabreras. Game over. Checkmate.
I don't know. We don't have to see anything happen. We'd probably be best off if nothing does happen.
Well, what I hope is going to happen is the FBI swoops in here again
Yeah.
and start making some arrests.
Do we have a field office set up out here? 'Cause
We need
that'd be
to.
my
Yeah,
God.
we
We
can
need
use the
to.
FBI office and INS office and a few other things out here.
Right. So, let's switch gears real quick. Beautiful day. Awesome, gorgeous. This is what California's about. It's going to get a lot hotter as we keep going. Mr. Darrow, it is spring. I was at Lowe's today, and my refrigerator's on the fritz.
Oh, I thought you
I
got
got and it's on the fritz again.
Again?
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes. Extended warranty, and they're making it seem like I'm the problem. Okay? But
Oh,
anyway.
I mean, if you let the people of Moreno Valley tell it.
Yeah, I am the problem. So I'm the solution, actually. But I know it's springtime, so everybody's coming into Lowe's. So you guys are going to plenty of business usually in the springtime. People are planting and getting ready, and
Yeah, a lot of people. This is probably the best. This is our time of the year right now. I mean, when you have Black Fridays, it don't really affect much of us.
right.
But this is our Black Friday. Is basic spring.
Right. So you guys are getting plenty of business. Everything.
Oh
like
yeah, we got people coming in left and right.
Well, I'm going to say this. Even though I'm having problems with this appliance that I bought brand new, thank God I got the extended warranty, but I had the manufacturer's warranty. That's good for a year. But here's the thing. If it wasn't for Lowe's, I could not have refurbished my house with all the damage from the renters that I had. So I don't remember when I was in there almost every day getting stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember.
A quick reminder. Buford Johnson, Tuskegee Airman, first black jet engine mechanic in the United States Air Force. He died, and they laid him to rest at the Riverside National Cemetery yesterday. And he has a Tuskegee Airman chapter here in Riverside. And I would strongly recommend that if you are interested in aviation, or you're thinking about joining the Air Force, or you're thinking about being a pilot, a good thing to put on your resume when you're applying over there at March Air Reserve Base is to be a member of that chapter. Because I'm going to tell you this, now that Mr. Buford has gone on into the wild blue yonder, that chapter is in jeopardy of dying. And that usually what happens to these chapters, because what the problem with these chapters is they don't reach out to the youth. They just keep it among themselves, with the keg parties. You know what I'm talking about, Terry?
Oh, yeah, like VFW.
Yeah, you just,
new blood.
and yeah, they need new blood. So I'm going to ask people to go out there and do as much recruiting as you can and come out. And you could contact Jackie Jimson. He's the outreach officer, last I checked. And I don't have to say anything about the Tuskegee Airmen, but see, it's not about me. It's about the community. And that's why I call certain people out when they do the things that they do. Our debate that we put on was not about Donovan Sadiq, even though I'm strongly associated with this program. This was put on by Tay Wilder, Sean Fortine, Mr. Moreno Valley, Darrell Terrell, and so on and so forth. It's a group effort, and without the group, it wouldn't have come to fruition, even though I was there early and doing all the setup.
Well, it's because I work, sir.
Yeah, so these people work, and I'm
not on the Saturday, but I work.
Talk about that.
Oh, okay. Here's something that just came in, and you can read it on Moreno Valley Matters. If you're concerned about your kids' education in your city, please read this. This is a commentary, My 3 Cents, by Roy Bleckert. At Tuesday's Moreno Valley School Board study session, an interesting discussion broke out during the facilities presentation. The school board was given options to consider on how to spend, by my count, upwards of $250 million available to refurbish or build new school facilities for Moreno Valley Unified School District. There is a potential to have up to $90 million in state matching funds directed to Moreno Valley Unified School District facilities. For this to happen, it will take community support and finally approval of the school board. Declining enrollment despite increasing population is a reality in our city. This is driving a re-examination of current projects such as the 5th high school, as it is no longer eligible for state matching funds. The good news is other projects such as rebuilding and adding classrooms and improving our existing junior high, and elementary schools and replacing temporary classrooms with permanent ones and building more modern school facilities at our existing school is a distinct possibility. That also brings up the fact that in the Edgemont area in District 1, we do not have a middle school, which makes it very difficult for parents to participate in.
What school is zoned for that area?
Well, it's only at Edgemont Elementary, but we used to have a middle school over there, but they got rid of it. I think they go to, what's that?
So they bus those kids over?
Bus? You mean walk? This is kind of like the Edgemont kids. We walk. What's that one? It's right down the street over here, but
I thought if you weren't within 2
Meadowlark
miles
or whatever
of a school, they bus you. Or is that just
where do you live?
I live in 3, and it's still not the
No. Where do you live? The city of what?
No, even in no. Okay.
The city of what?
No, but they do.
That's the law, but the city of what?
Oh, geez.
There you go. That's your answer right there. So,
if there's potential out there to improve our schools, I'm all for it.
Right. Absolutely.
We have some very, very nice high schools. We have some decent middle schools that I've seen. But I mean, my son went to Hendrick Ranch, and my God, that school is entirely too small for the amount of children that attend that school.
Right. Daryl?
Well, I think they should have permanent structures. I mean, some of these, get rid of these portables and have permanent structures instead of portables.
I think the upgrades to the existing schools would be good. I think I'm not too familiar with the school, where the schools are in the Edgemont area, but if there's not a middle school in that area, that's a problem.
That is a huge problem.
I'd also be curious about adding hands-on facilities for hands-on education and the science and math areas that across the country our students are lagging in.
Right.
And also, I'd also be interested to see if there's any ways to upgrade our, if any of that money could be used to upgrade the special education programs.
Right. If you guys hear that siren right there, they are still looking for Victoria Baca. 1-800-MISSING. 1-800-MISSING.
I mean, my son's on the spectrum, and he is on an IEP, and I'm very disappointed in the lack of services that he does get from MBUSD, because when we were in North Dakota, when we were in Georgia, when we were in Kadena, when we were everywhere else, and especially Georgia, they had an autism specialist in-house that worked. It was like their homeroom, and when they're in middle school, high school, they're in the process of always changing classes. So to not have those services, to not have anyone that, or even teachers that are remotely knowledgeable of,
Where do you live?
I know.
They will sacrifice public safety. They will sacrifice teachers. They will sacrifice everything that you're quoting, all in the name of saving a few dollars. And who suffers? Our children and our city.
But then you wonder why our test scores aren't the greatest.
Wait. No. According to Denise Fleming, because of her, the test scores went up. But we found out that was not true.
It's not true. It's absolutely not true. My kids are currently in the district, so I see what they're learning. I see their homework. I see their their homework, their curriculum. I see what they're doing. And when my kids got here from North Dakota, they were so far ahead.
Exactly.
And well, no, not even that. When we were in Corona Norco Unified, completely different scenario. By the way, there are 3 high schools. One my son went to, Centennial, Santiago, and Roosevelt. All top 3 high schools.
Where are you at? Didn't we just talk about in the last hour segment a whole part of LA transplanted itself from there and are now here?
But again, if we don't invest in our kids, we're not investing in our future.
We just paid a $400 million bond to invest in our children. It took Edgemont 60, 70 years to get a new elementary school.
By the way, I drove by this morning when I was getting gas at Costco. I see the progress. I like it. It's huge.
And they've got the low-income apartments right across the street. So, hey, Section 8, we're getting ready for you, baby. We're getting ready for you. Moving right back to Edgemont. There you go. So,
but at least that school, they needed Edgemont Elementary needed.
Yes, we did. But where are sidewalks? We don't have sidewalks. They're building a.
I don't know. I don't think the sidewalk should be the biggest priority, really.
No, it shouldn't be the biggest priority, but it should go with the project.
The majority of those children are going to be walking home.
Right.
The majority of those kids.
So it should have been incorporated into the project.
That again, they're not
high-tech school, no sidewalks. That's like building Cape Canaveral NASA project on Green Acres. It's just there, So we're making progress.
Okay, but who, right now, who is in charge of all the special ed services? Who is in charge of the funding for it? If we were to defer people to talk to someone at the school district right now, who would we?
I don't have any kids in the school district. I'm not a project.
My son's IEP here.
Yeah.
So with a month and a half away from graduating, I don't care.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know anything about the Moreno Valley School District at all. I'm not a product of it. My kids never attended, thank God. But I can say this about Moreno Valley Unified School District: we got to keep at least one portable, and that is the portable that I went to. That took my very first college course at RCC was at that one of those portables right by on Moreno Valley High School. So
that's right.
It's still there. History.
But doesn't need like asbestos renovations or anything like that, or lead paint renovations.
Well, of course it does. Come on, I'm a fairly old guy. That was a standard to have asbestos. That's a standard. And speaking of which, again, you guys really come out on Saturday. Useless Cabrera is going to be seen. Hopefully he'll make his own event, 9 o'clock at the Cupcake Bar in District 4. He's going to come out there, answer all of your questions. He's going to be so wonderful at 22 years old that he is just going to landslide and win that election. Please do not take this guy for granted. If he wins that seat, it's game over. Daryl?
Well, again, think about the challenges we have right now. We gotta have a serious person. We gotta have someone that have experience, and even if it's not political experience, but someone who is an independent thinker. And you need someone who has the maturity.
Wait. Do you think he's an independent thinker? How can you? You never seen him.
Well, again, from his own videos, he says he was chosen by the mayor and Victoria Baca.
Which to me, isn't that a Brown Act violation? for them to be working in conjunction?
They're in cahoots.
Cahoots? Isn't that a Brown Act violation? Or is it 3 or more?
I'm not sure.
Oh, we need to look into that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, though. This is a serious, like I said, this is a serious election, a serious position. So you got to make your choice wisely.
Game over. Game over.
Make your choice wisely.
Well, very, very,
Please.
very well said. Very, very well said. So, Tay, you gave us that review on anything coming up with you. Are they still hiring where you're at?
Yes, they are.
So, if you're looking to be in the logistics
Absolutely
business,
not.
no. But and Tay's commutes outside of the city to make that big money because they will not hire her in this city for the talent that she has because they would have to pay her a significant amount of money. And in this city, they don't want to do that. So Sean, anything going on with the gun lobby and?
Well, right now there's going to be a lot of cases that are getting ramrodded into the Supreme Court.
Yes.
So I don't really expect Gavin Newsom's going to control voter referendum to hold up in the Supreme Court, and now even Ginsburg's health is failing, so it looks like they'll probably replace her during the Trump administration too.
Yep. As far as Mr. Trump, this Russian connection keeps rearing its ugly head. I mean, what are your thoughts on what's going on with that? He's at a 40%, I guess, approval rating.
But also, interestingly enough, most people wouldn't change their vote.
Yeah, I read that thing too.
I don't think any sane person would vote for Hillary.
No. I mean that was a terrible. That's like any sane person to vote for Denise Fleming. That was ridiculous.
They were like, no.
Yeah. But what I do like about Trump is at least he is, even though he's being obstructed, he is throwing stuff out there and doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah. What's up with that lawyer or that judge from San Francisco that tried to do an injunction against his executive orders when there wasn't even an executive order yet, so he can't read the legal language of it to issue an injunction.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of some of these Obama appointees just engaging in blatant legal activism when they're trying to push an agenda for something that they're not even in a position to rule on.
The one thing I did say and will say today, Sean Spicer was over there, and once again, the Trump administration blamed the Obama administration.
Look, this guy and his verbal debate.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, dude, you are now the president. It doesn't matter. To keep blaming your predecessor is not the answer to everything.
Also about a few times now is possible breaking up of the Ninth Circuit Court.
Yeah, which he does not have the authority to do, which is totally. This is not a business. No, he can't do it by himself.
Yeah, no, not unilaterally. He would need
Congress. He has Congress to do that. And this is what I'm saying. A businessman, it isn't a company. You can't say something and people jump. It doesn't work that way. And that's one thing he has to figure out.
I just think it's so sad of Ivanka being out there when she went to the G20.
Oh, she was booed.
Like, my dad's a champion for women. No, he's not.
Yeah, they grab him by the pussy.
It's not even that. Everything that they wanted to cut were benefits for women, healthcare benefits for women. You want to cut public Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
Why? Because you think that's all they do is abortion. No, it's not.
No, they do mammograms and things like that.
A simple Google. Go to PlannedParenthood.com. We'll teach you everything you
need to know. So it's going to be interesting, everybody. We're going to start going to the videos. I'm getting the studio ready. I've been working on that. Everything is going great. As we head out, Daryl, do you have any other announcements?
No. That's again. It's a beautiful day, and tomorrow is Friday.
That's it's Friday. Tay, anything else going on besides the kids and graduations? You're going to keep us up to date on the graduation.
If it happens,
yes.
I will be there.
Okay.
I will be crying.
Okay.
No, just I'm out and about, trying all these our local restaurants and businesses, and I find me a new nail shop.
There you go. Sean, anything else? We hope you feel better with your back and everything like that.
Thanks. I don't have anything else going on in the future. I just need to figure out what's going on with my body and hopefully get my computer back up and running.
Yeah, there you go. But we're gonna hit you guys on all the ends. Check out the videos. We're gonna be uploading. We'll be at the thing tomorrow fundraiser. So again, Tune into the Hot Seat Radio Show. I'm Donovan Sadiq, Mr. Daryl Terrell, Tay Wilder, Sean Fortine. We'll see you guys again next week.
We were finished before we got started, and now we